Okay, so today is October 7th, 2023. The attendees are Mitra, Hariharan, Gurudarshan and Dhanvant, who has just returned from Switzerland because he had a conference yesterday in Switzerland, so he was not able to attend. Okay, so yesterday there was an activity given to Mitra, Guru and Hariharan. It was actually called as the People of Retreat. There were three members, Akash, Dilip and Nisha. So they had exactly 17 minutes time for preparing. So one by one they are going to make their presentation on the case. So who's speaking first? You're the leader, right? You forgot that you are a leader?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Nana கேட்க முடியாது சார் அவங்க சான்ஸ் கொடுத்தோம்
Oh.
அது தெரிஞ்ச எஸ் சார்
You can start.
ஓகே சார் ஸோ ஆரம்பிட்டா சார் warm greetings to one and all present here. So today we are going to imagine a scenario where it is going to be a one-on-one conversation. So as sir mentioned now we have three victims named Akash, Dilip and Nisha. So to make them get out of the problems that they are facing and to solve their problems, we are going to have a one-on-one conversation. So you might have witnessed like many CBI or like the CBI investigations, including a dark room, sir. No, sir. No, sir. There would be a dark room and the interrogation or the investigation happens inside a dark room. It would be light upon, whether there would be a light on or light off, it depends on the type of investigation that goes on. So here we imagine that we have a dark room inside which we are having a one-on-one conversation so that the victim could realize that it is either like an investigation out of their problem. So making the investigation and then later on giving the solution. So I would like to give the solutions for all the three people, and what I have done is I have not segregated the solution based on the people's problem. I have given common solutions for all the three people. It applies to like for either Akash or Dilip or Nisha or Dilip. It depends on the solution that I have given. The first one is, imagine the huge mass as one particular group or one particular person. This is especially for Akash, who is facing social anxiety. So when he is speaking in a conference on the stage and when he gets scared or when he gets frightened by looking at the huge mass in front of him whom he is going to confront and speak, he has to imagine the huge mass as one person. Because out of the case we have, we could understand that he being a doctor is very comfortable with one-on-one conversation, that is facing a patient and giving solutions for a patient. So the same could be applicable for the meeting as well, where he has to imagine the huge mass as one particular person. And the next solution is, talk to them as one person and you will listen and it would be your favorite, because you have to imagine that one particular person as a favorite person. It could be your best friend or from your family members or from your relatives, whoever it could be. You have to imagine that one particular person. First you are going to imagine the whole group of mass as one particular person, and that one person has to be a favorite person. So whether it is a patient or a huge mass of people, when you are speaking in front of your favorite person, you would not feel very uncomfortable or nervous to give solutions. So I think if you could imagine that person as your favorite, let's take an example of your best friend. You would never feel uncomfortable while speaking with a best friend, be it about your studies or be it your personal feelings or the experiences. You would never feel uncomfortable speaking with them. So imagine that one person as your best friend or your or any person whom you feel comfortable with to speak. So the next one is, take it as a hint, and this is especially for Dilip, who is finding it as a whose problem is finding everything, like he's not able to remember everything and his problem is poor memory. So whatever thing it could be, like for example, especially he's under the he's a startup businessman and he has to remember almost all the numbers that is involved in the business. So if he takes all the numbers as a huge number in thousands or millions, if he is remembering all those numbers with a hint, like you could visualize like one as a particular shape or a thing. For example, one as a sweet, and you can take it as a hint and later it could be very useful in the future to remember that thing. Because when you correlate a thing with a hint, it will be registered in your subconscious mind and it will definitely help in the future when you try to remember that one. So the next one is like,
You need to come a little bit front for the fan breeze.
oh
it okay? You feel sultry? I don't understand. No matter how many fans I switch off, the heat never goes. And the door is closed for the insects, that's why.
So the next point is going to be just client. So you might wonder why the solution's name is client, and this is especially for Nisha, who is a fashion designer. So the problem of Nisha is she's being very grumpy when she speaks with a new person or stranger, or it could be any person. She's being very grumpy and she feels very uncomfortable speaking to them. So let's imagine that she is confronting a client who is asking for her own ideas. She being a fashion designer, she can either get ideas from the customer or the client who wants a particular thing for their usage, or she could give her own ideas for finishing that entire job. So let us imagine that Nisha is speaking with a client who is giving everything with Nisha, like right from the idea and right from the designing till the color of the entire material. She's giving it up to the wish of Nisha. So imagine if you're in a manager position or if you're in a higher authority, and when your like the employees of your company or your customers come and tell that you have this job and you finish this job with your own wish, you would feel very comfortable to do that job and you'll feel very happy while speaking to that person. So she has to confront each and every client of her own as similar to that particular person. So I think this solution would be applicable for Nisha. The next one is your life change, because these three people are going for different businesses which could be a life-changing point, a turning point in their life. So if they could imagine what benefits they would get out of these things, like a conference or getting into a fashion designing job, startup businessman, all these will change your life. It's going to be a turning point, and if you could imagine the benefits you would reap out of these three scenarios or these three meetings. Let's imagine that you're going to attend a meeting. That would be a turning point, and if you could imagine the benefits you would reap out of that particular turning point, you would not get frightened for Akash, and you would be able to remember everything for Dilip, and also you would not be very grumpy and you would feel very comfortable and happy while speaking with other people as for Nisha. Then give them your ideas. The same applies for Nisha. So she has to convince her client or customer so that her idea could be accepted. So if you come up with a creative idea, no customer or no client can reject that, because if that client rejects it in the future, he or she might regret for rejecting that idea. So I would ask Nisha to encourage her own creative ideas. If she gets to know about the new technologies that is in the modern society, and if she gets more creative ideas, and if she speaks out to the client about those creative ideas, the client might get convinced, and there would be a good relationship between the client and the fashion designer. The next one is mirror technique, and I think this applies for all the three people. So you have to stand in front of a mirror. So let's take Akash's case. His problem is social anxiety, and he is very frightened to speak in front of a huge mass. Although I have given a solution that he has to imagine the huge mass as one person, he could stand in front of the mirror and he could speak to the mirror as if the mirror is simulating the huge mass. So simulation is something you are imagining and visualizing. So he has to imagine that the mirror is a huge mass he is going to speak in front of, so that whatever he speaks, the mirror receives it.
How is mirror conversation going to be useful for the doctor?
Sir, he has a poor memory, sir. So
How is mirror conversation going to help doctor?
oh, sorry, sir, not poor memory, social anxiety.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it may be, you mentioned that the mirror conversation is useful for all the three.
Yes, sir.
For a person who has got memory loss and a person who has got social anxiety, mirror certainly is useful.
Yes, sir.
For memory loss, how is it going to be useful?
Sir, memory loss, if he speaks in front of, because I have already given that you have to correlate the things with the hints, sir. So when if he has to take a lot of examples through which he has to correlate it with the hints, and if he speaks in front of a mirror every day, he would get practice for that, sir. And for the grumpy behavior,
Got it.
okay.
Answer. Got it.
Sir,
Now, how long does it take? Yes.
because when you speak in front of the mirror reflects whatever you do. So when you are trying to be nice to the mirror, it reflects the same image of yourself being nice to the customer as well. So
mirror what are the therapies you have involved? Mirror conversation.
then the hint making, sir.
Okay.
Then imagination, visualization, imagining those for all the 3 people.
All the team members. Very happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guru will be next and Hariharan will be next. Dhanwant will be last. Yeah, presentation listen
Hello, myself Gudarshan. I'm going to present.
For the first time, Gudarshan is standing on the mic. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Gudarshan, and I'm going to present a solution for the 3 peoples. One who is doctor, and one who has a poor memory but has a startup business, and one is one is a woman and she's done fashion designing, which has a rule is so grumpy. She's so grumpy. Okay, first of all, let me talk about the doctor. He has social anxiety. What is the problem in social anxiety? You cannot see multiple peoples in the same stage. That's the problem, right? First of all, I have a single solution. First of all, try to make contact with eye contact. So that will help him gain confidence, so that he will be more confident to present what the things he is up to.
Yes.
The second thing is speak on empty stages. That is what my point is. When you speak on empty stages, it will be more. You will be more familiar with the place, so that it won't be new, and you will be less nervous. You will be nervous, but you will be less nervous. And what I'm going to say is, just practice all the things you want to do, because practice only makes perfect. Everyone has a stage fear at the top. First of all, for example, record a video about yourself speaking in a stage. Imagining you're speaking in a stage, and mute the audio. See the video, make yourself comfortable with the video, because when you see the video and no audio, you will be with your posture. You can connect your posture, gesture, and everything near it. And then off the video and see the audio, and see the voice clarity and the clearance, so that you can correct both your gesture and your tone and your voice. So you can correct all the things. You will gain confidence all rightly, and you will go and present what the things you are up to with confidence, so that no one is going to come and tell you your woes. That is what the main reason of social anxiety. This is a solution that I am offering for the doctor, and I am going to Dilip. For Dilip, it's a very common case in many old people has this disorder of forgetting things, but he's not an old people, he is a young man. And what I'm going to say is, take a note everywhere you go. Take a small note, a handy note, and write what are the things that you need to know and need to execute after that, so that you will not forget it. You will see the note. Keep this as a practice until you gain some capacity to increase your memory capacity. And the second thing I want to say is, the best thing or the best choice is make a PA, personal assistant, who carries the information.
Won't he be so dependent on him if there is a personal assistant? What if he falls so dependent on the personal assistant?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's option 1. You should develop your
pocket journal idea is really brilliant. Noting down things and having a pocket journal, a small notebook. But the thing about the personal secretary and personal assistant is, we will fall dependent on those people.
Yes.
So, what is your justification for that?
I'm saying that you should. That's why I mentioned the point first, because you should have a hand pocket note, and you might miss some things.
Right.
And that things will be rectified by your personal assistant for a temporary time.
Right.
But after that, when you keep on noting the things, you will forget that you have a note sometimes.
Right.
So in that time, this personal assistant will help you for gaining the information. So when you become familiar with using a note, and when you become familiar in retrieving the memory from your mind, it will be more, you will not need a personal assistant anymore. So this is just some process that you need to continue until you cure the memory capacity deficiency. Okay. The third thing is Nisha. What she has is something called grumpy. She's so grumpy, and she becomes rude to persons, right? First of all, grumpy people does not form on automatically doesn't form. They are form on situations. Some situations make them grumpy. And what I think is, she should speak to more people. She should make more friends, and be more interactive, be more laughing without their business. I'm not interfering in her business. I'm saying she should be more socially active, so that she will automatically overcome grumpiness. That's what my point is. and she should get more care and love, so that this will also make the person's the person's heart will be in a state that she will think like she's not being cared anymore, and she will become attitude. Otherwise, there's two points I have to say. She will be more egoistic because she is always winning. That is the first case. The second case is no love or care has been shown to her, so that she will become cold and she will become a person like this. So I think most of the cases, I think being socially active will be a best solution for it. And the last is give her entertainment. If you love playing something, if you love playing badminton with your friends, because that automatically brings this social conversation. So this attitude will be resolved indirectly by that means. That's what my presentation is all about. Thank you for this opportunity, and I appreciate all of it.
Nice set of solutions, good thinking. I really appreciate you. Now, Mr. Hari is taking the stage. Now, Mitra and Gurudarshan have presented the solutions.
Yes.
Even if you feel that there is a repetitive solution, please explain in your own method, in your own way. Okay. Don't skip it, just explain in your own method. By the way, Gurudarshan and Mitra, nice set of solutions. Yes, sir.
Greetings to everyone, and Mitra and Gurudarshan was presenting a good presentation, and he has started about the first character Akash, that social
bench or something.
most
The painter put the bench outside. Yeah.
social anxiety, and he does not meet each other to the persons. I have been experienced by this by stage fear. First, I will not be speaking in the stage, but now I have been used this technique, and I have overcome this problem, and that was as Mitra mentioned, seeing the peoples as the favorite persons, so that they will be more confidently they can speak, and
Take it. No problem. They can be open-minded, they can be frank.
they can freely speak to the, so that they can approach, their approach can be gentle. And second one, Dilip, the lack of memory, sir. That also, as Mitra mentioned, keeping the remembrance of objects, so that for specific persons, the numbers or the words that may be difficult for remembering. In that case, the person can be linked to the object, so that the person can be easily remembered and explained to the other persons. And third person is
Disha.
what is it?
Put it over. Degree is every outside. Two means to the other day. So, Nisha, and as these two mentioned, Nisha is a very grumpy person and a very moody person. She deliberately keeps herself away from the network people.
Yes, sir. In every human person's life, anyone will be there, sir, like a friend or father or mother. They will be keeping us a healthy and friendly relationship, so that that person will be openly talking to them, so that they tell everything to them, so that they can also can be solved this thing. So for this person is a solution is keeping the good relationship and healthy relationship with the close ones. And this is solution 2 and step 2, sir. Before I mentioned was step 1. When they were succeed in that, these steps will be helpful for them. And this is for Akash. For that stage fear, we can second solution is recalling the all words before the presentation, so that they can be speak flawlessly in the presenting time. And for Dilip, meditating in the alpha exercises will be helping to remembering the words in the
அவனுக்கு இப்போ மெமரி லாஸ் உனக்கு தெரியாது
சார்
ரெண்டு
ரெண்டு தான் சார், ஆனால் 2-3 பேர்.
2-3 பேர். சரி அவங்க பேர் சொல்லு.
ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட் பெஞ்ச் கமலேஸ்ரீ சார்.
நான் பெஞ்சில் கேட்குறேன் பேர்
கமலேஸ்ரீ, ஹரிணியஸ் அண்ட் சந்திரா சார்.
ஓ இப்போ நிஷாவே நாடாக தான் ஆரம்பிச்சு சொல்லு. இல்லை looks apart, why you seem to be confused is you are going on a parallel basis. ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் திலீப் சொல்கிற, ஒரு சொல்யூஷனுக்கு ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் இவனுக்கு சொல்கிறேன், அப்புறம் நிஷா போகிற அப்படிங்கிறதுனால the jumping is another thing, sir. Go ahead.
And the last one is for Nisha, for reading she is like egoistic and the attitude person, so that she can read books by characters of legends, great people, so that she can learn by they have been living like in the principles, so that she can learn and she can apply this like this. And step 3 and solution 3, sir. And for Akash, meditating for same as meditating for relaxed mind, sir, so that he can be freely express his feelings in the present time. And Dilip, for his short memory, he can read books so that he can gain some knowledges and for tips to remember the words, sir. And third one and the last one for Disha, mingle with other persons, sir, so that she can freely mingle with other persons with as you mentioned, this character will be only speaking with necessity persons, so that by mingling with others she can talk to others and she will be gaining some ideas from them.
Fantastic. All right, nice set of solutions by Hariharan 2. Dhananjay. What do you understand from Mitra, Gurudarshan and Hariharan's presentation?
Sir, they gave solution for the deep persons.
I see. Okay. Can you name the 3 persons?
Sir, Akash,
Akash.
Lily,
Okay. The girl's name?
sir, Nisha.
Nisha. Okay, so Nisha was a very reserved and grumpy person. Akash is a doctor and he is a social anxious person. And Dilip is a memory loss patient. You speak about Akash. As an 8th grade student, what is your solution for a person who is suffering from social anxiety?
Sir,
Remember, Akash is a doctor. He has to meet a lot of patients. He does not have any problem whatsoever in meeting the patient one-on-one. When a patient comes to his clinic, he is quite good. He is damn good actually. He makes people suffer less. He gives proper prescription and he cures the diseases. But when a doctor is going to a conference, he starts shivering and trembling. So what is your solution for him?
sir, same as they say, he should see a person once, sir, or as a friend.
What very arsenal are you? Same to you, very arsenal.
Chief Minister
So, what solution is சொல்றாருன்னா same by Guru and same by Hariharan.
Sir,
சரி கொஞ்சம் திங்கிங் அவங்களுக்காக திங்கிங் டைம் கொடுத்தோம் திங்கிங் டைம் கொடுத்தோம் பரவாயில்ல இட்ஸ் ஓகே ஸோ ஐம் கோயிங் டு ஹேவ் அ டீம் ஆக்டிவிட்டி இட்ஸ் லைக் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அ கேம் த டீம் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி myself and Mitra in one team and you 3 in one team. Are you interested to play? Yes? Because you are going to be the leader. Yes sir? You know.
yes, sir.
Yes. பரவாயில்ல லிசன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க அவங்களுடைய ஓகே ஃபைன் ஸோ ஆன் அ லைட்டர் நோட் we will play a kind of a small gaming activity which is also into the creativity. Myself and Mitra will be a team and Mitra will be my team's leader and your team's leader. Okay, right. I'm giving you 3 choices and you people can choose. Right now you are belonging to the team, so you can. We will play the dumb challenge. Like I will be giving a word or a statement or exercise, so you know, everything else will be involved. So that's choice number 1. And choice number 2 is we will devise a small game. We will give it to you and you will the game, and you will explain how the game is going to be. Choice 2 or choice 3 is we sit and devise tiny games. Take some about 10 minutes time and we devise some games and then one team gives to the other team. Which choice do you take? Choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3? A team discussion. Discuss finish. What do you think?
That's what I think.
He will surely. I see that the other that's what I think. Okay. Large system. Sure. So, what are the choices? First one, done chariots. Second one, done ஒரு வேர்டு கொடுப்பேன் அந்த வேர்டை நீங்கள் அடிச்சுப்பாரு ஃபுட்பால் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன் நீ காலை வந்து ஆடிடுவாங்க காலை ஆட்டாமல் அதை உங்கள் டீம்மேட்ஸ் பேசக்கூடாது டிப்னர் செய்கிறது தான் டன் சான்ஸ் ஓகே அதை பண்ணுறீங்களா சொல்லுங்களா சரி ஸோ set of words. You like the game or I will take some of the team, any sessions. But in the team, Mitra will be the leader and Dhanna will be the leader. So team combination okay. Okay. Lini, our team is in Dhanna will be the leader. No, set. Okay. Open a dumb shadows. What again? Okay, then. So we will